Welcome, stargazers. Can you trust it? Image a celestial occasion so big that it casts shadows in the world, visible even in extensive sunlight hours. That's the spectacle we is probably getting ready to witnessing in the Orion constellation. The superstar Betelgeuse is appearing mysteriously, hinting at incoming near supernova explosion, a good way to light up our sky like never before. But when will Betelgeuse cross supernova, and what is going to it look like? According to scientists, what mystery would possibly this stellar event unveil? Be part of us as we dive deep into the information of what is simply going on with Betelgeuse and the impact it might have in the world, and possibly for the whole Sun system. Placed about 650 light-years from Earth in the constellation Orion, Betelgeuse is not just any everyday star. It's a red supergiant, one of the most luminous stars recognized to us, shining with a brightness over 100,000 times that of our solar. However, why does this purple large be counted a lot to us? Well, Betelgeuse stands proud, now not handiest for its brightness, but also for its records and significance in human way of life. Named after the Arabic time period, Yad al-Jawza, because of this, the Hand of Orion, Betelgeuse has been observed and documented by historical civilizations for hundreds of years. It has been a manual for tourists and a factor of surprise for stargazers, with its reddish hue distinguishing it from other stars in the Orion constellation. Are you able to believe an unmarried megastar dwarfing our complete solar device? To provide a few perspective on the sheer enormity of Betelgeuse, if it took the vicinity of our Sun, its edges would enlarge all the way to Jupiter. How can a single celebrity reap such enormous proportions? At 10 million years old, it is loads more youthful than our 5 billion-year antique Sun, but Betelgeuse's large size means it consumes its substances at a miles quicker pace, predicting a shorter lifespan than that of other stars. Now, the celestial behemoth, spanning an extent huge sufficient to include extra than 1 billion of our suns, is nearing the stop of its life cycle. While stars of such value attain their twilight years, they don't just fade away. They go out with a bang. A supernova explosion, it is beyond human comprehension in phrases of its electricity and brilliance. Such an event has the capability to outshine a whole galaxy, casting shadows of brilliance throughout massive cosmic distances. The final time Earth witnessed a supernova explosion this close was in 1604, lengthy before the invention of present-day telescopes. This occasion, known as the Kepler supernova, turned into the final supernova to be discovered in our Milky Manor galaxy with the bare eye, last seen for over 18 months. It became brighter than another famous person within the nighttime sky and even remained seen during the day for several weeks. What mysteries do these stellar remnants display to us? Ancient records from numerous civilizations, such as Chinese language and ECU astronomers, documented the advent of this new superstar. Intriguingly, remnants of this explosion within the shape of an increasing particles cloud can nevertheless be located today with state-of-the-art telescopes, giving us insights into the violent ends of big stars. Historically, supernovae have been uncommon observations in the world. But imagine, for a moment, a stellar detonation so excessive that it rivals the brightness of a complete moon, casting shadows in the world at night and being visible at some point of daylight hours. The radiation from such an event would fee our surroundings, probably impacting satellite operations and likely even the climate. Betelgeuse, with its unpredictable dimming styles, indicates it is probably gearing up for simply this kind of grand spectacle. May want to we be at the verge of witnessing one of the universe's most dramatic events? Simply now, astronomers have made a startling revelation. Among October 2019 and early 2023, Betelgeuse underwent a fantastic transformation that drew the eye of astronomers and fans international. Known as the exceptional dimming, the superstar's brightness, which have been consistent for centuries, began to decrease extensively. This sudden exchange became so obtrusive that even casual stargazers observed it whilst evaluating Betelgeuse to other stars within the Orion constellation. It means that we are no longer simply centuries away from witnessing its supernova explosion, however possibly mere many years or even much less. By means of April 2023, astronomical observations reported that Betelgeuse had again to its well-known luminosity ranges, made many to trust that the period of anomaly had ended. In a shocking twist, the subsequent months witnessed Betelgeuse's brightness amplifying via an staggering 50%. Such terrific fluctuations, while standard of variable stars, were uncommon for a star like Betelgeuse, which had predominantly exhibited predictable luminosity cycles. The sudden and severe surge in its brightness thrust the big name back into the highlight, sparking discussions about its instant future. However, what precipitated this abrupt exchange in brightness? Why did Betelgeuse, one of the most familiar stars in our nighttime sky, abruptly throw a celestial curveball? Stars are not merely twinkling dots in our night sky. They're dynamic entities with lifestyle cycles, activities, and mysteries in their personal. For lots celestial are bodies, periodic brightness versions may be anticipated, similar to the rhythms of Earth's seasons. Throughout its stellar lifetime, Betelgeuse has maintained a fairly steady 400-day luminosity cycle. But, with the outstanding dimming, it regarded to defy its installed conduct, challenging our comprehension of the celestial phenomena above. Now you is probably wondering, are we at the verge of a stellar revelation? Whilst the exact motives for Betelgeuse's irregularities are nonetheless beneath research, a compelling theory has emerged. This principle, focusing on stellar interest and mass ejection, affords an exciting state of affairs. Photograph Betelgeuse as a gigantic celestial volcano subtly erupting and expelling a sizable amount of its count number into area. Previous observations from the Hubble Area Telescope revealed that Betelgeuse had previously expelled a first-rate amount of its surface material into the cosmos. This expulsion, an enormous occasion, was 400 billion times the mass generally launched all through similar solar phenomena, equivalent to several instances the mass of our Moon. Such occasions can result in the formation of a dense dirt cloud across the famous person, influencing its apparent brightness and briefly making it extra difficult to have a look at. Then, as this dirt began to disperse or changed into pushed away by means of the pressure of the famous person's radiation strain, the veil lifted. This could elucidate its subsequent go-back to everyday brightness stages. Both way, these recent events advise a star it is not completed sudden US. Many speculate that Betelgeuse might be coming near the twilight of its existence. A supernova occasion, and remarkable burst of energy that may outshine a whole galaxy momentarily. This phenomenon happens while there's a sudden change within the famous person's center. Such adjustments can get up if a celebrity absorbs too much count number from a neighboring big name, or in Betelgeuse's case, it is able to be from the exhaustion of its nuclear gas, which cascades its mass into the middle, placing the degree for a cataclysmic disintegrate. But what drives a large superstar like Betelgeuse to its death? Born from the gravitational collapse of gasoline inside molecular clouds, stars like Betelgeuse kickstart their adventure by means of burning hydrogen in their cores. This preliminary phase, referred to as the main sequence degree, lasts for tens of millions of years and paperwork the backbone of a star's lifestyles. But as stars run low on hydrogen, they evolve, embracing new strength assets. In the case of Betelgeuse, as the hydrogen depletes, it starts off evolved to burn helium, main to the formation of carbon and oxygen. This transition from the principal sequence section to the helium-burning section is marked by the big name's enlargement into a crimson giant. With time, as helium reserves lessen, the superstar undergoes in addition enlargement and shifts into different burning phases, each characterized by using the fusion of regularly heavier factors. The larger the megastar, the quicker those transitions occur, given the enormous gravitational pressures at play. Then comes the climax whilst iron begins forming on the middle. Not like lighter factors, iron doesn't launch strength when fused, so the energy produced isn't sufficient to face up to the famous person's own crushing gravity. The star balloons in size and creates an implosion, followed by using a massive rebound impact, resulting in the explosive force of a supernova. So is Betelgeuse on the brink of an explosive end, or simply biding its time? Current studies by Japan's Tohoku University shows that the superstar might be in its carbon-burning phase right now. Lead researcher Haddock believes that the center would possibly collapse a few many years after its carbon reserves dry up. However, no longer all scientists agree. Contrasting research from Hungary's Konkoly Observatory speculate that Betelgeuse is still in the earlier helium-burning level. The one issue that scientists do agree on, no matter those debates, is that Betelgeuse is slated to emerge as the Milky Manor's next supernova. But pinning down the timing of this event remains a cosmic guessing recreation, with bets ranging from mere many years to 100,000 years. Amidst those medical debates and speculations about Betelgeuse's destiny, one truth remains unchallenged: the very nature of our observations. Whilst we appearance up on the starry expanse, there's a subtle paradox we frequently neglect. This paradox is rooted within the very nature of time and light in our sizable cosmos. Stars and celestial bodies are so distant that their mild takes an enormous quantity of time to attain our eyes. For example, the velocity of light, while being an remarkable 186,282 meters per second, nevertheless has its constraints. Consequently, the light from remote stars and galaxies takes its sweet time to traverse the vastness of space earlier than it graces our sight. Looking at Betelgeuse, you're without a doubt witnessing a spectacle from 650 years in the past. To put that in attitude, when this very mild embarked on its journey closer to Earth, the Renaissance became just dawning, and explorers like Marco Polo have been making their mark in history. Every observation we make of Betelgeuse is like searching through a cosmic time tablet, granting us insights into its remote past. If, for argument's sake, Betelgeuse had already exploded in a remarkable supernova, we'd remain oblivious for every other 650 years. So even as we speak and expect its impending supernova, somewhere out inside the giant cosmos, this monumental event may have already opened up. We're simply looking forward to it to traverse area and time until it reaches our keen telescopes. The current revelations around Betelgeuse have caused fervent discussions in the astronomical community, with comparisons being interested in every other sensational discovery from in advance this 12 months. SN 2023X. This these days observed supernova, going on in a galaxy neighboring the Milky Way, reminded the various charming dynamics and unpredictable nature of the universe. SN 2023X became specific in its own proper. Located several million light-years away, it showcased an extreme show of brilliance that momentarily outshone its host galaxy. But what made it in particular thrilling to scientists and casual observers alike became its uncanny resemblance to what many are expecting will be the fate of Betelgeuse. The spectrum, intensity, and aftermath of the explosion presented a tantalizing glimpse into the approaches that these huge stars undergo as they method the stop in their life cycles. For many, SN 2023X served as a preview of if and whilst Betelgeuse meets its explosive fate. The sequence of activities may additionally appearance just like what become witnessed with SN 2023X. In addition, the relationship among these celestial events underscores a broader subject matter, approximately the interconnectedness of our universe. Whether or not it's a neighboring famous person like Betelgeuse or a far-off supernova together with SN 2023X, those cosmic phenomena remind us of the dynamic and evolving nature of space. Beyond the tangible and medical, the explosion would have profound effects on human culture. The sky, determined and revered for millennia, could alternate, leading to reflections on impermanence, the huge scales of cosmic time, and our place within the universe. Such cosmic wonders remind us of the ephemerality of life and our everlasting quest to recognize the superpast. As we contemplate the capability supernova of Betelgeuse, it's critical to recognize the wider implications of such an occasion on our cosmic neighborhood. When Betelgeuse in the end reaches its explosive quit, it could affect not handiest our immediately region inside the Milky Manor but additionally the dynamics of the interstellar medium. The shock waves produced through the supernova will create vast regions of ionized gas, enriching the surrounding area with heavier factors synthesized in the course of the superstar's existence cycle. This technique performs a critical position within the cosmic cycle of matter, seeding new stars and planets with the necessary elements for lifestyles. Furthermore, the mild from the approaching explosion could serve as a herbal laboratory for astronomers. Looking at the mild curve and spectral features of the supernova could offer exceptional information at the life and loss of life of massive stars. Each supernova gives a completely unique glimpse into the physical processes at play, revealing how energy is sent in such cataclysmic events. By means of studying those phenomena, scientists can refine their fashions of stellar evolution, contributing to our understanding of the universe's existence cycle. In addition to medical improvements, a supernova may have cultural repercussions. Traditionally, full-size astronomical activities have motivated artwork, literature, and philosophy. The bright appearance of Betelgeuse could possibly inspire a new wave of creative expression and reflection. People throughout the globe could stare upon the nighttime sky, deliberating their location within the cosmos. This event should foster a renewed interest in astronomy and technology, similar to the fascination that arose for the duration of the Renaissance when celestial observations commenced to reshape our knowledge of the universe. From a sensible perspective, the consequences of a supernova ought to enlarge to generation. Increased radiation degrees from such an explosion ought to pose challenges for satellite communications and navigation systems. These implications could necessitate improvements in protecting and defensive technology, further pushing the bounds of engineering in area exploration. As we retain to rely more closely on generation, know how those cosmic activities will become crucial for mitigating their influences on our each-day lives. The supernova may also alter our attitude on time itself. The fleeting nature of such an event reminds us that even the most massive celestial our bodies aren't everlasting. This awareness might also provoke philosophical discussions approximately life and the ephemeral nature of life. The universe operates on timescales that dwarf human life, but we discover which means in our brief moments under the celebs.